You have to understand, this is my home. I live two streets over that way, and I was raised there. So this is my passion right now. You would see the soldiers marching up and down.
Jimmy Lewis is the director of the Tioga Heritage Park and Museum. She was instrumental in opening the facility in 2001. She went to the Secretary of State, who went to the state legislature to secure funds for renovating the old building, which was once a commissary for a sawmill. The museum has been shuttered since the pandemic when the roof started leaking badly. The Secretary of State gave them money to patch the roof, but not to fix it.
At the time that we closed down, we were busy all the time. Just a nice museum telling about the heritage of the people here. And I'm afraid this would be our last chance. Commissary.
There's a plan that would provide funds to reopen the museum, as well as provide a Rails to Trails bike and pedestrian path from Pine Street, Melrose Street, or LA 107 North, to Ball Cutoff Road. In the 1980s, the Rock Island Railway shut down, and the rails have been inactive ever since. Jonathan Boland with the Rapides Area Planning Commission about reopening the museum.
And it's right on the Rock Island Greenway. So we have a potential historic site that can be revitalized and be an integral component of not only the Rock Island Greenway, but also something that is missing in the Tioga area.
This is a new railroad crossing on Military Highway in Pineville, but there hasn't been a train to cross here for quite some time. It's part of the proposed Greenway, so one day it could become a bike and pedestrian path.
What we're doing with this project is essentially analyzing the route, evaluating it. We do a parcel analysis, we walk the route, and we identify what segments of that line, if any, would be feasible to convert into a greenway.
Boland says that outdoor recreation is a big part of central Louisiana right now.
Studies are showing that it could have potential impact to the local outdoor recreation economy. And so something that we're trying to capitalize on right now is taking advantage of resources that we already have in central Louisiana and turning them into something that could potentially help buoy smaller communities and kind of catalyze economic redevelopment for those areas as well.
Here's where the money would come from for the project.
If we're talking about a path, if we're talking about a bench, if we're talking about intersections or crossings, each of those is going to have a resource or program that could be available to pursue. Now, for us, being that the study area is inside the metropolitan planning area, we will have the ability to help program some of those costs in our transportation improvement program. But a lot of it's going to be a combination of local match, federal dollars, and local support.
Boland says there has been a lot of public support so far for the project, but also some concerns.
We have folks that are basically saying that if we do build it, they will use it. However, there are concerns that they've identified, safety being some of those, not just safety for intersections, for crossing, but also personal safety as well.
The project, if it happens, is years away from completion as it is still in the feasibility stage. But here's the next step in the process.
Once we've had public input and review, we would present that to the Transportation Policy Committee for review and approval. And if it is approved, then we will begin moving forward to the next stage, which would be the design and right-of-way acquisition.
Anita Garceau lives next to the museum and the tracks that would be converted. She would welcome the project for herself and others in the area.
I think it'd be great. I have a bike now, and you can't ride a bike on the road around here without getting run over. Matter of fact, Tioga High School has a group that comes through here running, and their coach rides behind on the bike, so that would be another benefit for them.
Miss Jimmy thinks the idea of a greenway connecting to her museum is a great idea.
I can see bikes coming down the Greenway and whipping in here. We have a kitchen, so we could have drinks available.
For Miss Jimmy and our active community, maybe this dream will soon become a reality. Reporting in Tioga, Joel Massey, ABC 31 News that works for you.